Alright, so this is it. Brace yourself. Your first night in Thailand, it's bound to be a roller coaster. If you've been watching many of my videos, it's finally time to take the plunge. Take action. So here is a brief version of what your first night exploring Thailand nightlife can, perhaps should look like. Now, in the previous video, I've mentioned a special promo for the Thailand guide and all other guides. As you're watching this video, that promo is ending. So if you're interested, have a look at the link in the description or head over to kingepic.com/special. Alright, enough with the self-promotion. So during your first night in Thailand's nightlife, you get a taste of everything. The neon lights, the sizzling street food, music pouring out from all corners, and of course the girls. But listen, Thailand nightlife is more than just your regular party scene. Before you nosedive into the frenzy, know the lay of the land. Kick off with this. Thailand has zones or areas or districts. Yes, just like football, every city has its own nightlife zone. For example, in Bangkok, you've got Sukhumvit and the Pat Pong holding the reins. Pattaya, on the other hand, is run by Walking Street, LK Metro, and Soi 6. Those are the most interesting areas. Your first night? Well, get comfy with these zones. Now let's move on to the venues. And trust me, you've got a smorgasm to pick from. Go-go bars, beer bars, nightclubs, the works. You've got to figure out what's your poison. If you're the lounge lizard type, go-go bars are your playground. Just remember they can be a dent on the wallet. Beer bars, they are more pocket friendly and there's a buckload of them. However, if you're the dance floor devil, hit the nightclubs. They've got music that keeps you on your feet. Now, I'm not turning this into a language lesson, but a bit of Thai won't hurt. For example, to ask someone's name, that's usually very appreciated, or to ask, for another drink. If you learn a few phrases, that definitely gives a more positive impression. It's not necessary. Most guys that come to Thailand don't speak a word of Thai other than, thank you or hello. But, if you have the time and interest, then definitely look into learning a few phrases. Now, don't be alarmed if you come across the term bar fine. Yeah, you've got to shell out this bar fine if you plan to leave with a bar lady before the closing time. The rates, well, they vary, so play it safe and always ask beforehand. Now, I'm not getting all sentimental here, but remember, the girls you're talking to, the girls you're meeting, they're also people. So treat them with respect, that's very important. Most of these girls are from rural regions, hustling in the cities. Dignity and kindness carry these in heaps. Alright, that's your basic orientation sorted. I'll have you navigating Thailand's nightlife maze like a pro in no time. Just hang tight. We're diving deeper within the next chapters. Oh boy, we're not in Kansas anymore. Lounging into Thailand's nightlife, you're now ready to dive into the world of Thai bars. Keep your chin up, your eyes open, and drink in the colorful scene. Pun intended. Now let's get down to what I call the nuts and bolts. Thailand's bar scene works on its own set of rules, and the sooner you get them down, the smoother you ride. A lady drink. You will hear this a lot. It's an invitation to a woman at the bar to join you. Do the honors, mate. Buy her a drink and the conversation will start and flow. You're not obligated to anything at this point, so just take it easy. That brings us to the tricky part, bar fines. We've touched on it earlier. Remember, I've mentioned it. If not, here's a reminder. It's a fee you pay to take a bar lady out of the bar before the bar is closing. And how much is that? Well, it depends on, where you want your night or where you spend your night. Cocoa bars charge more than beer bars. So I would also say don't take the first price they spit out. Bargaining is a skill you need to perfect. Now let's touch on to the real deal, prices. On average, prices at beer bars in places such as Bangkok or Pattaya started around 100 baht per beer, sometimes 120 baht. Go-go bars, well, they've got premium prices, usually around 150 to 200 per beer. And just as a comparison, those same beers would usually cost around 50 baht at a 7-Eleven. So what you can do if you want to save money and you want to get, a little bit of a buzz going, you can get beers or drinks at 7-Eleven and then walk around in these nightlife areas and then really finish it off, or when you don't need 10 more drinks, just maybe 2 more drinks or so. You can do that at a beer bar or at a go-go bar. Lady drinks are dearer, around 150 baht at beer bars and up to 200 or 300 baht or more at go-go bars. If you're having a good time, a tip might be expected, so again, keep that in mind. Lastly, there's the paying the bill part, also known as check bin. Don't let the bill pile up blindly. Keep reviewing it regularly to ensure there's no padding. In case you're wondering, padding is extras added to your bill without your consent. Don't let it slide. Immediately point it out to the staff if you find anything fishy. So basically, you can pay as you go, or you can kind of, let your bill add up and then pay at the end of the night. But at that point, if you're having 10 drinks and you're paying, drinks for the lady, then it's really hard to keep track and know what you actually ordered and what you didn't order. Anyway, there you have it, the ADC of bar procedures and prices. Keep all of this info in your back pocket. Before you know it, you'll be living the Thailand nightlife like a pro, I would say. So your gears are running and you're ready to plunge into the madness. Great. You're feeling the vibe and savoring the beats. But man, listen up. Having fun doesn't mean throwing caution to the wind. Because Thailand's nightlife, while it's exhilarating, has its pitfalls. To start with, it's all about respect. And I've been over this with you, but it bears repeating. The Thai people are humble and their kingdom values dignity highly. The way you act in the bars and clubs reflects on you. So really important to be polite, to be humble, and respect their customs and rules. Don't think just because you're from a Western country that you're something better. You see this. Personally, I have seen this where there's some kind of confrontation, and in this case, it was an American, and the guy was basically saying, "Oh, I'm American, you don't treat me like that." And it's like, yeah, who cares really? I mean, you're in Thailand, right? You're just like any other tourist. Next up is drinking. I get it, you're on a gateway, or you're in a getaway, sorry, and you want to let loose, right? But with drinking especially, it's really important to know your limits. Nothing good ever comes from being extremely drunk and disorderly, particularly if you're in Thailand, don't speak the language, and you're just a tourist. And the other thing is you kind of want to remember your night, don't you? I mean, pace yourself. Drink water or coconut water in between your beers, and eat well before you start with your rounds, right? If you've kind of reached the point of no return, you can simply pay your bill, go outside, get some street food, and then continue your drinking if that helps. So what else? Of course, bargaining. It's part of life in Thailand. Whether you're negotiating a bar fine or buying a street side souvenir, there's always room for a little haggle. Just remember, keep it friendly and never get aggressive. You're more likely to get a fair deal with a smile than with a frown. Now, let's talk safety quickly, physical and personal. Avoid dodgy areas or too good to be true offers. And for heaven's sake, never get involved in fights or arguments with Thai people. You might think the guy is like super short and you're like this big guy. But trust me, if there's an argument, there's going to be 10 other guys showing up quickly and you're not going to win the fight. It's not worth it, trust me. Money matters, of course, count as well, so have enough cash, but don't flash it around, don't run a tab, pay as you order, as I've said before, and never lend money or buy luxury items for girls you've just met. And lastly, be smart. If you feel uncomfortable or sense that something is off, always trust your gut. There's always another bar, another club waiting for you. So lastly, I would say remember Thailand's nightlife is all about fun and a fair bit of frenzy. But you've got to keep your head on your shoulders. Stay out of trouble because the hangovers here are nasty enough.